Upbeat, suspenseful music starts, then fades slightly to background. He possessed wealth that could rival kings, yet he chose to give it all away. He was a companion promised paradise, yet his final moments were spent in tears. This is the story of Abdurrahman ibn Awf, the richest man in Medina, whose last words would leave an unforgettable lesson for all of humanity. What did he say that brought everyone around him to tears? Slight pause. Music shifts to a more narrative. Gentle tone. Abdurrahman ibn Awf was not born into immense wealth. He was a self-made man, a brilliant entrepreneur, and one of the earliest companions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. When the Muslims migrated from Mecca to Medina, they left everything behind: their homes, their businesses, their fortunes. Abdurrahman arrived with nothing but the clothes on his back. His new brother in faith in Medina, Sa'd ibn Arabi, was one of the wealthiest men in the city. In an unparalleled act of generosity, Sa'd offered Abdurrahman half of his entire fortune, one of his homes, and even one of his wives. But Abdurrahman's response was a testament to his character. He politely declined the offer, asking only one thing: just show me the way to the marketplace. With his sharp business acumen and unwavering trust in Allah's provision, he started with nothing. He began trading, and soon his small ventures grew into a massive commercial enterprise. His caravans, sometimes numbering up to 700 camels, would stretch 4 miles, bringing goods into Medina and creating prosperity for the entire community. He became so successful that it was said if he lifted a stone, he would find gold or silver beneath it. However, his wealth never corrupted his soul. He understood that his fortune was a trust from Allah, a test to see how he would use it. Abdurrahman became one of the most generous philanthropists in Islamic history. He would spend his days trading and his nights distributing his profits to the poor, the widows, and the orphans. On one occasion, he donated a caravan so large that the entire city of Medina shook as it entered. When Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, heard the commotion and was told it was Abdurrahman's caravan, she recalled hearing the Prophet say that Abdurrahman would enter paradise, perhaps crawling due to the heavy accounting of his wealth. When this was relayed to him, Abdurrahman, in a state of awe and fear, declared, "I will do my best to enter it standing." He immediately gave the entire caravan and all its merchandise away in charity. He financed armies for the defense of the community, freed thousands of slaves, and supported the families of fallen soldiers. He would often say, "The people of Medina are all partners in the wealth of Ibn Awf. A third of them borrow from it, a third have their debts paid off by it, and a third receive gifts from it." He never saw the money as his own. It was a tool for the service of God and His creation. His life was a masterclass in earning halal wealth and spending it in the most beloved ways to Allah as he advanced in age. Despite his immense contributions and the Prophet's own promise of paradise to him, a deep sense of fear and humility enveloped him. He had seen many of his beloved companions, including the Prophet himself, leave this world with very little material wealth. He worried that he had received his reward in this life, that his comfort and riches were a sign that his share in the hereafter might be diminished. This fear haunted him, a stark reminder that the ultimate success is not worldly but divine. This brings us to his final days. Lying on his deathbed, surrounded by his loved ones, the man who could buy anything in the world was brought a piece of bread and some water to break his fast. But as he looked at the simple meal, he couldn't bring himself to eat. He began to weep, his tears flowing freely down his aged cheeks. His companions were startled. Why would a man of his stature, a man promised paradise, cry at such a moment. Through his tears, he spoke his final, heart-shattering words. He said, Musab ibn Umair was killed, and he was a better man than me. We couldn't find anything to shroud him in, except a small cloth. If we covered his head, his feet showed, and if we covered his feet, his head was exposed. Hamza was also killed, and he was better than me. Then Allah bestowed upon us the riches of this world. I am afraid that the reward for our good deeds has been given to us in this life. Music swells with emotion, then becomes soft and contemplative. Imagine that the richest companion, a legend of commerce and charity, was not thinking about his vast fortune. He was thinking about his friends who died with nothing. His tears were not for his departing soul, but for the state in which he was leaving the world compared to those he deemed better than himself. His words were a powerful, final sermon on the temporary nature of this world. He reminded everyone that true wealth is not in what you accumulate, but in what you send forth for the hereafter. His legacy is not just in the wells he dug or the armies he funded, but in this profound lesson of humility. He taught us that no matter how much you have, the fear of Allah and the love for the hereafter should always be what truly matters. His life was a testament to the fact that you can be the richest person on earth, but true success lies in having a heart that is attached only to God.